going to try and like slow the music down so that it became a little bit quieter, but that didn't really work. So as much as I like having a little bit of music beforehand, it's like you've got to stop it all of a sudden. That's crazy. Good morning, Trudy. How are you? I am fine. I'm cold as usual, but it's having a little bit of rain intermittently with a little bit of sunshine, but it's 19 today, so that's not too bad. It's not like 12 or anything. That would be really freezing. Hello, everyone. Hi, Debbie. So if you are new to either of my channels, my name is Alisa Tilsner. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia, and I am here to teach you and show you some ideas to use with your Stampin' Up! Products if you have them, maybe to give you some inspiration if you're looking to purchase a particular stamp set and you're just wanting to get a few ideas before you get them. Or if you happen to spot something and you go, oh, I didn't know I want that, but now I do. So I am here to cover all those things. Cold in New South Wales, I know. Well, we live across the road from the ocean, and we often get sea fogs as well. So, and sometimes they last a really long time, don't they? But it's just crazy. So yeah. So, okay, I have got lots to tell you as usual. So I'm going to click over to the spot that I need. No, not that spot, this spot. So as everyone's coming in, just say hello. I can't see the comments until I flick back to that section, but comment away. The first thing that I generally talk about is that this is my website here, my blog, alisatilsner.com. So you can head over there and sign up for my newsletter. Now, every Friday, you will get a free PDF tutorial when you sign up for my newsletter. Generally, the card that we make today, I don't give measurements while we're creating. We just create, and then you'll get the copy of this card with all the measurements and their written instructions so that you can perhaps just print them out and go ahead and create as well. So we have that available. Last week, I was a little bit late because I had some issues and I had to postpone, but I got there in the end. Okay, our next big thing is that this ends on the 31st of May. So I don't even know what the date is today, but I know that there's not a lot of time left. I think there's I think it's less than a week. So basically, if you're wishing to join Stampin' Up, if your wish list is huge and you want to save a little bit of money on your purchases, then do consider joining. The kit is the best value in the catalogue. $169 will get you $235 worth of product. And just for this month only, you'll also get an in-colour starter kit valued at $116.50. So that is huge, massive, massive, massive. In that, you'll get all 5 of the brand new in-colours. And in ink pads, you'll get a collection of cardstock, some designer series paper, and some grid paper, all in the pretty brand new colours. So it is really, really, really good value. So, but if you are not ready to join and you still just wish to be one of my customers, oh, I thought it was a car here. Don't mind me. It's the rubbish man. I should remember that every Thursday during my live, the rubbish man comes to empty. And then I just had a horrible thought that I didn't put the bins out, but yes, I did. Anyway, so if you don't want to join, you're not quite ready, you're not quite at that stage, mind you, there is nothing to lose by joining. You can purchase from me from my online store, and when you do, just jot down this code. I do have links to it everywhere on my blog as well and in my newsletter, so if you can't find it, just let me know as well. But when you pop this code in, what happens is all of the orders, as long as it's under 250 Australian, all of the orders accumulate, and then they gather Stampin' rewards, and that's how I'm able to send you a thank you gift in the following month. So I'll order these. So orders do have to be a minimum of 75 when you use the code, and I'll send you this for free next month with a hand stamped card. And you also get a tutorial bundle as well, featuring 6 cards. 3 of them are created by me. The bottom 3 are mine. The top 3 are Lisa Bernard's from. Now I'm going to have a mind, and I can't remember what she goes by. But Lisa Bernard, something creative. But anyway, she's in the US, so we create these together, and we are putting these out. So this is this month. So you've got until the end of the month to receive this particular bundle. And what else did I have to tell you? Holiday catalogue. Okay, on the 31st of May, I need to put in my order to Stampin' Up to get your catalogue sent out for the brand new Christmas catalogue. It's called the July to December JD catalogue, mini catalogue. So you will be getting one automatically for free if you have placed at least $100 order with me from December last year to end of May this year. So you still do have time to get your orders in to receive a free catalogue as well. If you haven't placed, just get in contact with me. The cost for the catalogue is $6.25, I believe, which is what Stampin' Up actually charges me to have these catalogues shipped out to you. And then finally, I have been working on my class by mail, and I have to say I love is not strong enough a word how these cards turned out. I will give you a sneak peek when I flip round to me, so you guys are going to absolutely love it. So let me get back to me. Hang on a minute, I've got to figure out get rid of that. It was getting a bit like, whoa, what am I doing? Hi Karen, hi Wendy, Becky. Oh, okay, let me flip my cameras around and we can get started. But do please come and chat with me because I enjoy that. Makes me feel like I'm surrounded with friends and not just talking to myself. So let's get swung around and we'll do a little bit of show and tell. I will show you what I've made this week and I'll show you the cards of the next class by mail because holy cow, hey Carrie, she's made it, yay. Okay, let's click this button and that button. Okay, so I have actually made 2 cards with the happiness, bottled happiness. Now, if you didn't know and you didn't notice that I have been trying out something for the last couple of weeks, but I'm not sure whether I want to continue it on. So if you had noticed, I have been featuring one bundle for probably 1 to 2 weeks at a time before moving on to another bundle. But I'm just wondering, do I continue doing that or do I just, make cards with what I've got? So this is the one that I did this week. And there is a short video, a reel over on all the places. So you can find these. It's actually on Facebook, it's on YouTube, it's on Instagram. It's created on Instagram as a reel. But that one, it's on my blog. So that I really enjoyed making that one. It was super quick too. And then I had my panel all stamped and I thought, what else can I do to it just to give it a little bit more? So I flicked some ink over it and that sort of made me feel a lot happier. So that one's one that I've made this week. This one I also made, but it never saw the light of day. I was going to create a video for it and I never did. I think I was a little bit over this stamp set by then, to tell you the truth. So I went and started playing with my Abigail Rose. So this is the class that we're going to Trudy says, hey, look, I keep forgetting that I can do this sort of stuff. Trudy says, yes, she thinks it's a great idea, gives us a chance to use up the DSP or lots of cards with the stamp set. I agree. It does give you a lot of different ideas. I just worry that maybe I need to cut it just down to a week so that I don't get bored of the same making the same stamp set. Okay, so this is a real quick flick through because I don't want to give too much away, but these are going to be the cards that you'll be making in my next class by mail. They are just absolutely gorgeous. They look full on, but I promise you they are not. They are easy. It's not obviously for a beginner, but if you do have experience in card making, you are absolutely going to love them. They're not hard. It makes it easier because I pre-cut everything for you. If there's a die like the scallops, I will pre-cut all of that for you too. So it's just basically stamp and do few extra little bits and pieces and then assemble. So the cards, they might look you might look at them and go, oh my gosh, they're so hard. Like they look hard. They are not hard. I promise you, they are not hard. So if you are a beginner and you're looking to step up your cards a little bit, one of my classes might be a good idea for you. Okay, so we are continuing on with looking at the Bottled Happiness bundle, and I am going to do a shaker card for you today. And I don't have the little, well, we've got the little shaker domes up here, and we do have the little effervescent stuff, page 143, but I do not have the little balls. I will show them to you. So they're actually on this page here. So all these little, well, they look massive here, but they're not. They're tiny, tiny, tiny little balls amongst all the sequins. But that is the little effervescent balls. So they are super, super pretty. Your domes are on page 141, and you get 10 in your pack. And then the little effervescent balls are just over here, number 8. So they are tiny little iridescent, I do believe they're, yep, iridescent little pieces, 2.5 mil and 4 mil. So they are a little super tiny, and they would be super cool in this, but I don't have them. I don't know why I didn't buy them. Probably because when I buy little things like that, they end up sitting in their containers, just like what I'm going to use today. So I thought I had everything prepped ready to film the card this one that I was going to film, but I just wasn't in the mood. And my husband went away for a couple of weeks of work, and I always get the doldrums the day after he leaves, and I was just out of sorts, so I didn't make it. And then I thought, hey, why don't I use the stuff here to make my shaker card? So that is what I'm going to attempt to do. Hey Angie, I haven't actually made a shaker card before, and I don't actually really know what I'm doing today, but we are ad-libbing, so you may require some help. But I think we'll start with the I think I'll start doing the flowers first. So I've got my 2 stamps over here, and I am going, obviously, because I've got my cardstock already cut out, I am going to be using the Parakeet Party for my leaves. I just need to tuck my collar in. It sticks out a little bit too. So I'm just going to ink that up. And you can use a Stamparatus if you don't feel comfortable stamping with the blocks. You can use your Stamparatus to line these up perfectly. But I think if you stamp the leaves first, the second image is a little bit easier to line up. Now I thought, just for something different, because I haven't normally when I create cards for you guys, hey Linda, normally when I create cards for you guys, I have one to show you. So I've already made it, but I haven't already made one for this card. So, and it doesn't always go to plan when I do things like that. So I haven't bought and I haven't used my Stampin' Right markers for such a long time, but I thought this morning, hey, why don't we do the good old marker to stamp? I was going to say rubber, but it's not rubber anymore, is it? So I am going to colour in these big flowers first with my Stampin' Right marker. Don't do this with your blends, because your blends are alcohol and they are permanent. So if you do this with your blends, there's a good chance that you will never get the colour off your stamps. So that's one little tip. These ones are water-based. All right, I think I might do these things here too. So it does take a little bit more time than just inking up. And I might do these, actually, I'm going to do most of it in pink. Now there's another way that you could have done it. So you could have inked up everything in pink and then come in with a tissue, or it would probably need to be a little bit on the damper side. You could just remove I'm going to do these things here. They're almost like a lavender or a lilac or something. So I'm going to colour these, and I'm using the Orchid Oasis. I was going to call it Opulent Orchid. We had a stamp set, a colour that was that, remember? Okay, I think I've got them all. So you just colour in straight over the top of what you want to do. And then, because it starts to dry a little bit, you have to huff on it. Okay, so you're going to hear me, but you're not going to see me. So so what that does is not only fog your block up, it re-wets, excuse me if my head gets in, it re-wets your ink a little bit, the moisture from your breath huffing. And I think I've got it all lined up. There we go. So this is the first time I've done a multicolored one. So we'll see how we go. And it's usually a little bit lighter because you've colored in. I wish my lighting would get a little bit better in here. All right, so there we go with that. Now I do need to cut this out. So apologies that it will take me a few minutes just to cut this out. And then we'll get on to making our, I know the huffing sounds silly. And of course I made it a lot sillier at the end, didn't I? So, okay, do you go round and round like I do, looking for a place to start? I always do it. Always. I can't help it. It's like a cat or a dog going round and round and round in their bed trying to look for a comfy spot. Round and round, looking for a good place to start. And it doesn't matter whether I've cut the image out a dozen times or not. I still go round and round and round looking for a good spot. Okay. What should we chat about while we're, although I always go, what should we chat about while I'm cutting out? But then I forget to look at the comments. So, because obviously I'm cutting things out. So, you guys can chat amongst yourselves. Well, that's a good idea. I'm just thinking inside my head. Who has this stamp set? Because Wendy and Becky are having a little chat at the moment about this stamp set. So who actually has the stamp set? Who is going to be inspired to get the stamp set? See, now I've asked and now I can't. It's a good one. I do believe, I'm not 100% sure that, because I didn't actually attend one of the Stampin' Up! Online events that they had, but I do believe that this stamp set was possibly given as one of the gifts, I think. I'm not sure, but anyway, I didn't get it because obviously I didn't go. So I have only just purchased this one this month, I think. So, look, rightio, there we go. Dies are definitely our friends. Now you are going to die when you see the plate of my mini trimmer in it, my mini cutter in a second when I use it. Okay, so that part is done. You could pop some Wink of Stella over some of those. I might do that later on, maybe even. Okay. Now, you're going to have to bear with me because, like I said, I haven't done this before and I don't exactly know whether I'm going to get it right or not. If I don't, it's going to be a bit embarrassing. All right, so I basically want to pop this somehow like that. And my bottle will need to go, well, the bottle punch, wherever I put it, here it is going to go where it has to go because you can't put you'll see when I do it. So, but basically I want my bottle to go in the middle of my card, which is going to be more towards the left-hand side of here. So it's not going to be central in here. Now, I can't put this in any further. So basically where it is where it is. So it will be low to the bottom of the card, which is fine because this is, has got a lot of height in it anyway. So, oh, yes, you definitely need it, Linda. When you're fussy cutting, just, take your time. Okay, I'm going to punch. the stripes are crooked. It's the paper. It's not me. I promise. I'm pretty sure it's the paper. Oh. Anyway, okay, so going to punch. So this paper is, I forgot to tell you, this paper is from the Teacup. What's the name of it? Boutique something or other, tea boutique or something. I can't remember. So that's basically what I'm going to look like in the end. So I don't need this. You could save this for something else. You'll see I've got a whole stash of bottles. I've tried to play with an idea, but I didn't like it, and so these guys ended up leftovers. They may get used, they may not, but we'll keep my stash of bottles in here. This one reminds me of one of those medicinal bottles from way back. Anyway, all right, now these cute little things here come in a pack of 10, so we will get one of them out. And the other thing I need to mention is that the stamp sets on these, because last week when we played with this, somebody said, oh, I think it was Wendy actually said that the punch was actually bigger than what she thought. That's because the images are 90%. They are actually bigger than what you think. Okay, so this is going to go through here. And then I'm going to have my flowers on top. So it's going to be a pretty simple card. But the thing is that there is, no, is there? I didn't think that there was sticky around there. Do you know what? I'm learning these from the first time as well. Let me fold this in half so that I can get. I'm just discovering for the first time, I didn't think that there was any sticky on there, but there is. Well, that just makes my life a whole lot easier. There are 2 layers. Don't mind me. It's when you discover these things for the first time. Look, so there are actually 2 layers of sticky. I didn't think that there was one on the top, but there is. So I'm going to lay that down, and hopefully I'm going get my finger off it. So I'm going to lay that down. It's got sticky on the top, and I'm going to pop this over the top. Yeah, that makes my whole life a whole lot easier, because I didn't actually think that that was going to work. So now I can flip it over. So we're in there, and it's got sticky on the outside as well. Now, because I don't have those little ball thingies, these are retired, but I usually end up with stacks of them, so that's okay. These are subtle shimmer sequins, but there are plenty of things that you can pop, whoops, into these. Oop, oop, I'm going to lose them all. And you just want to, of course, the little balls would be just gorgeous. All right, I'm just going to hold that over there so I can see how much I've got and how much I need. I might pop some more in. But you can put anything in your little bottle. Anything at all. There we go. And it uses up all these things. All these leftover sequins and stuff that you have, you can just use lots of them, right? All right, I think that'll do. I don't know what that's going to look like, but that'll do. Yeah, you know, if I looked at things properly, if I had experimented beforehand, then I would have known, Wendy, that that was sticky on both sides. I'm terrible. Okay, so now I've got a piece of cardstock, which is the same as my base. You can have it a different color if you want. I'm just going to have it as the same so that it's just easy for me. And then you can take off this layer as well and get out. There's little bits sticking. I'm going to try and bring this up closer so you can see. So try and pop them in so that they don't stick to the sticky. And then I'm just going to pop this backing down over the top. You could put a little bit more adhesive around the edges there if you wanted to, although that's holding quite well. Wendy, I do not normally create on the fly. I am terrible. I have done a couple of lives where I have created on the fly and I've been a disaster. So, because I get to a point and then I go, oh, now what? What am I going to do now? You know, when you're at home and you're going, oh, what am I going to do now? It doesn't matter if nobody's waiting on you. So, okay, so there we have our cool little shaker. So now I did have a rough idea in my head of what I wanted to do though. I usually start stewing about this card quite often. Now this is going to be a little bit tricky, I do believe. I might have to put adhesive on my card base, which I don't normally do, but I fear, oh no, that's okay. I was going to say, I fear that I won't be able to do it because of that. Oops, now my tapes. Oh, I got enough on there. Here, I'll just put a strip across. Needs to be flat. There we go. I'll put a strip across there. How about that? All right, I probably use way too much of this. Right, so I'm going to line this up on the right-hand side of my card. So, and because I didn't want to waste the stuff that I'd already cut out for my video that I didn't do, that's okay. There is a bit of a little ridge there because we've got that backing going on, but I tell you what, doing it that way is probably going to be a whole lot easier than trying to stick it to your card base and then pop that thing over the top. So that is a much better way to go. Okay, and then we can probably hide some of that with this anyway. And let's put some Wink Stella. I've been playing with Wink Stella. I've used it in my Abigail cards. So I'm just going to pop a little bit maybe around the pink areas. I mean, I'm usually pretty messy when I do this, but just be careful because sometimes the ink can bleed. This one's not. So I can just be really messy when I put it down. Just gives it a really nice shimmer. I need to use Wink of Stella a whole lot more than what I do. Okay. Oh no, that's okay. I was going to say, oh no, I was going to do something, but it wouldn't have worked that way anyway. Dimensionals. So let's put a couple of these guys down. So okay, and then I was like, oh, what am I going to do for a sentiment? But I'm thinking what I might do, we've got that going on so far. I'm thinking I have got, now where's my catalogue on? Because I want to show you. Normally I start going when it comes to sentiments and I want to cut it out with something a little bit different. So I've actually bought another little block so it fits. So I'm going to be using the sending cheer. And then I will, you know, I started thinking, whoa, how am I going to attach that? Where is it going to go? Should I put it down here? No, that looks stupid. Oh, Karen's joined on YouTube. Good-o. I'm glad that there's two places that you can go, though. That's the good thing. Okay, so what I was wanting to do is to find a little thing that would cut out my sending cheer. So what I normally do is just look through the catalogue and go to obviously the dies that I have, and then you sort of discover that some of these dies have got a lot more in them than what you think. So because I originally thought maybe I could use the little tea bag from here, from the teacup set, and then you start looking, and I obviously go to the ones that I have, and they're not jumping out at me at the moment. But the cracker also has some tiny little labels, so you can use either of them. And then I want to get the designer label. I must put that. Hydrangea also has a little label as well, which fits. So there's lots of choices when you actually start going through and looking. The Meadow dies, that's got another one as well. When you start looking at these dies, when you're looking for a particular die, there's another one. There's actually a lot of little taggy things that you can have. So do go through your catalogues and have a look for them. So, but the one I decided I would use, oh, you know what? I've just been a little bit silly too. I told you guys that these, I measured it on the stamp set, right? I measured it on the stamp set, and maybe I'll have to do it this way. But the stamps are 90%. That was a little bit silly of me. So I probably it won't fit on there. I may have to do it on an angle. It'll fit that way. See, I tell you guys these things to let you know, and then I don't take notice myself. That's a bit daft, isn't it? All right, I'm going to put that back on this thing because I will lose it. And I'm going to get the orchid one here. So just give that a stamp. That is so nice having a little block instead of using the big ones that I always have. Okay, now you're going to have to close your eyes when you have a look at the state of my, I'm going to have to put this as an urgent on my wish list, my shopping list. Okay, I don't know, I can't remember the state that it was in last week when you guys joined me, but my plates are slowly still hanging in there, but it's getting worse. So I need to put it on my urgent list. Urgent. What I need to do is start up an order for myself, put it in there so that when I order next, it's already in there. Because at the moment, I forget. I put an order on and I completely forget. Or it does at the moment, Michaela, but I am waiting for the moment where it does not work anymore. And it's getting wider and wider as well. So there will come a time where it cracks and I won't be able to run it. It only just fits through my machine. But yes, it still works. And it's really flat. It's really flat. So anyway, that's what happens. All right, so I've got my little sending chair. I saw somebody who, there's a die in the stamp set, in the catalogue, sorry, that has got, and I must get it as well. See, I need to write myself a shopping list. I always forget. It's just got circles, little holes. So when you die cut the die, it just leaves you with all these little holes, like dots. I think it's pretty cool. But anyway, she'd collected all the little dots, that offcuts, and popped them inside her bottle, which looked really cool. I'll do that later. Okay, so what I want is to grab some, oh, you know what, Kerry, it doesn't, they're reasonably flat, but it's just that one is really super cracked. Okay, so I'm going to pop that in. Now I'm going to tie it in a bow, I think. So I'll tie that in a knot. And then, whoopsie. Or concentrate. There we go. So I'll tie that one in a bow. Oops. It's a big bow. It's okay. All right. Yes, I agree. I've got loads. I just wish that they would sell the white in a big roll because I'm starting to get thin. But I don't use these ones very often. So, but it is a really nice. It is thicker, and I think it's softer as well. All right. Anyway, so and now I'm going to try and, because you can't wrap and tie it in a bow, so you've sort of got to do it separately and then adhere it on afterwards. But my little thingies here aren't playing ball with me. My ears. All right. So now I will get some, without knocking all my box open, get some of the glue dots, and I will stick one on here towards the base-ish area, and I'll stick that on there, and hopefully it's up. Trust me to do it upside down. Really? Take note when you are doing a tag like that. Hello from the Netherlands. When you're doing things like that, make sure that you stamp it the right way, die cut it the right way. I could have done it the other way. Anyway, whatever. I'm sure they'll still be happy to receive a card, right? Okay, now I want to do some more bling, and because I've used, actually, do you need more bling, do you think? Because you've got the shaker going on? Maybe I'll just use the same Same as what I've got going on in here. And close your eyes, contraband. I need my picky tool thing. I think I'll use some silver ones. Put some over here. Oops. I need 2 of these. Reminds me of my old dental nursing days. Switching hands. Put this one over here. I think that one's on upside down. Doesn't really matter. Oops, lost one. I just want the silvers. There we go. Put one over here. Anyway, you can go for it with them. I think I'll leave it as at that. Put my lids on. So that was a pretty good save. So I've gone from that to that. So I've used my same. I didn't want to waste it, so it was already cut out. So that's pretty cool. Quite like them. So there is another idea for your bundle. I think that's it. I managed to survive an on the fly live. Thanks, Amanda. So, oh, and I forgot to tell you that I think I'm done with this stamp set. So I might pull it out again later. Who knows? But I think I've made 6 cards with this one now. I'll bring this one back in too, just because this one's different. So I think I've made 6 cards. 1, 2, 3. There's another one over here. Oh, I can pull them all in. There's another one here, and of course there's the one that I made, which they've already been posted out. So but there is a whole heap of. So this one's focusing more on the bottles. What I did for this one also, I've thrown the rest in the bin already, I think. I must have thrown them out. I stamped them, stamped this one here, and then I cut them out. Oh, I've used Wink of Stella on them too. So, but focus more on the bottles. One with no bottles, and then your traditional ones there. So yes, and I've seen really good manly ones made out of these as well, because there's a cork in there, and the little short ones sort of, maybe they could be like a whiskey bottle or something, just a specialty bottle. So, oh, I wondered what that was. It's probably because I stuck it on back to front. Stick. There we go. Wasn't dry enough. Okay, so there you go. So don't forget, if you're in Australia, I'm going to do my plug. You can purchase this bundle from myself. This one will go out as a tutorial on Friday morning. My Friday morning, I think, is Thursday night if you're in the States. But there you go. So there's a whole stack of ideas that you can use using this bundle. Now, next week, I will probably, just to entice you to join my class, let's be honest, to entice you to join my class, next week we'll probably be looking at, look, I'm even giving you another look at these. So this is going to be my class for June. This will be released on June the 1st. I have 3 options. One where you can get the whole bundle, one where you can, it's got the bundle, it's got paper, it's got the ribbon. You'll get a whole roll of ribbon this time. You can also, option 2 is if you already own the bundle, and you'll just get the design series paper and the ribbon, and obviously the kit and the instructions. And then there is Amanda, contact me, message me on Facebook, and I will get you sorted. Don't worry about that. And also, I will have the PDF, which anybody can purchase. So if you are overseas and you want to do this, demonstrators, I do let you, if you want to buy the tutorial or anything, and you can teach them in person if you wish. So, but I will be focusing on that bundle for the next week. So that's what we'll be looking at. Okay, I love that. And I bought the jumper that goes with it. Oh, guys, hang on. I have to switch back. we have merchandising, if anybody watches Spaceballs. We have merchandise product, and there is a jumper that you can buy, a hoodie, like a fleeced hoodie, which I have ordered, that you can purchase, and it's like cream at the top, and then it's got a slash of that designer series paper print, because that is really gorgeous, and then it's got grey down the bottom, I think. But I've got one, I've ordered one, I'm hoping that it'll ship soon. If you do happen to get one, apparently order a size up. I think that's what they're saying. So I didn't do that, so I'm hoping that mine will still fit me. Thank you very much. Those cards, oh, I love them. There's not, you know, I do my classes and there's usually one or two that I go, I'm not 100% sure. I shouldn't tell you these things, should I? But I do. And there's always, of course, your favorites, but I cannot pick a favorite. I just love all of them, and I'm going to have a hard time parting with them when I push them out. But I will eventually. So anyway, thank you very much for joining me as usual, and we will see you again next Thursday. Same time, same place, and look out for me on all the places. I'm everywhere you can go, I'm probably there. So, and if you make some of these cards and you want to tag me or you want to share me, just, you know, feel free to do that. I often get comments saying, oh, you know, can I case your card? Yeah, that's what I'm here for. So if you see a card that you like, and that's why I do tutorials as well, so that you can recreate them yourself. So you can either take them as inspiration or you can create them exactly. That's what I'm here for. Okay, thanks very much. We'll see you next week. Bye, everyone.